Good morning. Thank you for coming to the emergency drill. As this develops, it'll be whatever the normal call out would be, whatever your procedures are. We're doing that all in real time. Eventually what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing fire responding, the EMS, emergency medical services. So there you go. So you're watching how this sort of unfolds.
We just found out we have a car accident on our campus that involves some of our students. So I need a update on how many students are involved in potential injuries.
Even my side hurts.
Your side hurts? Ah!
Yes.
Next one.
5 patients.
5 patients.
Yeah, I got 5 patients.
The other 4 are walking wounded.
We just found out that the car is an electric vehicle that now has smoke, which could cause potential chemical reactions, and so we need to begin starting evacuation plans of our dorm and potentially our campus as we liaison with the first responders on scene.
We can't put out EV fire batteries. You can't put them out. They have to essentially burn themselves out. But what we can do is we can reduce the heat and reduce the vapors, and that's what we just do with water. On the other hand, now we're putting all this water on this battery, we're creating an environmental hazard. So now we're gonna have a liquid hazard on top of that.
My role today as the liaison officer was to kind of help get that information bridged between those two distinct areas and let them process what they needed to do with that information.
We were just notified that the train has derailed and they are going to need cranes on site for a few days. They're going to have to keep our dorms closed, so we need to come up with a plan to house our dorm students for multiple days. So please get that to me in the next 5 minutes.
We're starting to be impacted with some smoke from the incident on our incident command post. We need to evacuate this incident command post and set up a secondary one.
Right, say we have the command post community center. You're gonna have one of our admin at least, commander or chief at the EOC, and then a sergeant and probably a commander at the command post. So I think there's gonna be that communication also.
My job as public information officer, it's vital that communication lines are very open and informative in a very quick and timely manner, and I think this exercise has helped me with that.
We really have to overly communicate to both law enforcement and fire, as well as the medical transport, to make sure that we're not doing something that contradicts.
At this time, we need to look at our child development center and we need to come up with an evacuation plan. We need to get those students off site as soon as possible.
I have a background working in residence life in several large metropolitan areas, so I've experienced quite a few real-life emergency situations, and I've participated in several emergency preparedness trainings such as this one, and I found this one today to be one of the best.
I've had the opportunity to participate in real-life events that we've had at other campuses, and I can tell you that the information that we learned today and that we shared today with our multi-agency support, that we had the fire department, sheriff department, EMS was here, all of that really went a long ways towards educating our campus leadership on how these events transpire.
At this time, we are going into recovery mode, so we need to look at restarting all of our HVAC, replacing all of the filters, and getting health department out here to clear our buildings so we can reopen on Monday for classes.
Things do get hectic if an emergency ever happens, so having these exercises, it's good to keep us organized, to know what each person needs to do.
We were also able to flesh out some mistakes and some areas of needs for improvement, so I think that's great. Gives me confidence as just an employee here to know that we can handle situations of emergencies and keep our students safe.